Hello YouTube, Arkabu here. In today's session, we're going to be talking about the importance of cover letters. Now, after a job interview, it's not required to submit a cover letter as a follow-up, but it is always good practice because it demonstrates that you are passionate, motivated, and taking the initiative to follow up. That is why we're going to go deep dive into the cover letter and what key aspect that it brings to support you in locking a career with this role. So the first one being purpose. It highlights what happened during the interview, and it also shows the appreciation for the time and effort that the interview spent on you as a candidate, and then to highlight that compatibility between you and the job. And the other one is timing. What is the best time to submit a cover letter to an organization after a job interview? The best practice is right after, but obviously, with kind of things that happen throughout our lives, the following day, early morning, is the last time, like the drop dead to submit. Otherwise, it doesn't show that you have the passion and motivation for this role. And then the third aspect is it is an opportunity for you to use to follow up with the organization if you do not hear from them after 7 calendar days. It acts as a conduit and it acts as a reference material to start up that conversation. And it helps the company know who they're talking to and what the issue is. So, but before we get into more of the cover letter, let's talk about the template. How do we draft such a deliverable? We'll follow this kind of template here, where the top left is the user contact, that is your name, address, and contact information, followed by the interview contact information, so their name, their organization's address, and their emails or contact phone. Now, to get the contact, it is always best practice during the interview to get their contact through a business card or through scribing, through bringing one of your notebooks. So then there's a place to have that contact information whenever you need. Then is follow up with the text, the body text. Now, the text can't be too elaborated because this is a summary. So, at most, you have to work with is about 6 sentences. And then after that, we close it off with the signature, and the deliverable is ready for submittal. So the template is very straightforward. Now we're going to deep dive into what should we put in those 6 sentences because we are very limited in the words and how many things we can share with the organization. So here's a layout. The first thing is the opening, showing the appreciation, thank youing for the time and effort and consideration in the application. Because as we reviewed before, it does take a lot of time and effort and a lot of other bodies and parties that comes together just to conduct an interview. And the next thing part you want to highlight is one to two key aspects that happen, interesting points that happen during the interview. And again, that is why writing in the notebook as you conduct the interview is very crucial. And then you're going to follow up with alignment with the job. Now, for example, if we're doing a job where the work is remote and you as a candidate is willing to travel, well, state that one, saying that I'm willing to travel where the work is and the work is remote. So we align in that aspect. That's a win-win scenario. That's what we want to highlight. And that's how you make yourself stand out among the others, competitors or other candidates. And then again, we wrap it up with a closing, with a thank you remark and also future consideration, such as statement as looking forward to hearing from you and looking forward to working and collaboration with your team. And in a nutshell, this can be your 6 sentence, but these 6 sentences are so concise but pack meaningful information for the company to understand that you as a candidate aligned with their job application. And with this is a cover letter, and it will help you stand out in the crowd and lock in this career. That's it all for today. I'll see you next time. Same place, same time.